I don't look the best right now, but I haven't made a video in a while, or like, how do I say this? So like, we haven't really made a video together. Aiden and I haven't because there's no time. We don't see each other as often like we want to. So I'm gonna get emotional. I don't want to get emotional. Why? This is so awkward because I'm not sad. I just, whenever I think about things, I get teary-eyed and then I just start crying because I'm just like so emotional, and that has never been me. Like, I've never been like an emotional type, and after a couple of years I became really emotional, and like I always try to hide that side of me, like being emotional, because if you know our personality, I'm like a really strong, independent woman, and I don't show my emotions like that. I don't want to seem like I am, how do you say it? I am weak, you know, by showing, oh, I can cry, you know. So yeah, we haven't been, I need chapstick. Okay, forget about the chapstick. We haven't been recording anything lately because we don't have time, and we are both working 5 days a week. So there isn't really time to vlog anything, and if I do see him, it's like after work. And after work, it's late at night, like around 8 or 9. So there's no time, there's no sun, you guys can't see us vlogging. So yeah. I was gonna say this shit is not random because, you know, G-Eazy, I love G-Eazy, and he will say this shit is not random. But this shit is random today. It's so random. I felt like recording this because I just miss Aiden, and I want to talk to you guys about our relationship and how I feel about him and how he changed my life. So you know how he told you guys about the story of how we met through his eyes? Well, I'm gonna kind of do that, but for me, I'm gonna talk more into it, you know? So hopefully you guys will do like this, and hopefully I don't start crying again because I just don't want to cry. So we went to middle school together already, you guys already know that. We went to middle school together, and I'm a year older than him, like in school. We are both 19, but my birthday is before him, like a month and a half. So yeah, he was in 6th grade, I was in 7th grade. And I believe he saw me when he was in 6th grade. I think that's what he told me. But then when he came into 7th grade, he told you guys he was dating my friend. So I saw Aiden in our group, and I used to see him around, and I was like, he's cool, like I want to become his friend. So I kind of did. I was always really outgoing, so I became his friend. And that friendship lasted pretty long because along the way we started texting each other. I used to have an old phone, maybe later on I'll show you guys. I have texts from like a long time ago, and I have his number. So yeah, we used to talk all the time, text and stuff. And I was there for him through his breakups and stuff. Like, I'm that friend that's always gonna be there for you when you're going through something hard and difficult, and like I want to help out. And I remember that I was like giving his girlfriend a note, and then I was giving Aiden a note, and then on that note Aiden wrote, "Thank you for helping me, this and that, like thank you, I appreciate what you're doing for me." And I was like, "Oh, you're welcome." So we didn't date for a while, and I moved somewhere, and I came back, and I was going to a church, and one time during a service I had to go use the restroom or something, and I went to the hall, and that's when I saw Aiden again, and I was like, oh my god, is that him? Like, I was like, oh my god, is that Aiden? Like, is that who I used to talk to a lot? Like, is that him here? Like, how? Like, I don't think I was talking to him. And yeah, we just didn't talk for a while, so I was like confused. I was like, how did he end up here? I had so many questions. So I ran up to him and hugged him, I think, or something. And I was just so excited. I kept asking him questions and everything. So later on, he went to stay with all my friends. and I had a lot of friends there. So I went to youth group there, so like I kind of knew people, and I was part of the youth group and all that. So then he became part of the youth group too, and he was attending our church. And that's when we got really close because he was always there and we used to talk all the time. And then my best friend Hazel, the one that I make the video about the talk and stuff, the story time, Hazel used to come too, and three of us used to like listen to the service and everything. Aiden and I became best friends, and that was all I wanted for a long time. And I was in choir. Ignore the laugh, my brother is. So I was going on a trip with my choir, and we were like going to Yosemite and somewhere else. So we went to Yosemite and this other place, I forgot where. And you know how like there's shops around? We stopped at the shops and we were looking around. And I'm the type of friend who always buy my friends gifts. Sometimes I regret doing that because sometimes people don't deserve my gifts. But I'm like really giving. So I was like, I want to buy Aiden something. And I ended up buying him a knife. Like I made a guy buy him a knife for me because I was not old enough to buy a knife. And it was not cheap, but I was like, you know what, it's worth it. Because I was like, I want to get him something, but I don't know what to get him. So he got a knife, and he has it until this day, and I love that knife. I was excited. I felt kind of nervous when I gave it to him. So I got him a knife, and then I remember that we were talking all the time nonstop. So I think that's when I started to like have feelings for Aiden. I was back in 2012. I was like around 14, about to turn 15. He came to my birthday, my 15th birthday. That was good. Well, yeah, and then Aiden, him and I were talking for a while. He was telling me that he liked me and he wanted to like, he kept telling me if we could give it a try because he saw that we had something, like we could do something, you know. Before Aiden, I had a relationship and he was my best friend, and we broke up like after 3 weeks or 3 to 4 weeks. So ever since I was like, I am never gonna date a best friend of mine. Like I'm never gonna date them because I like having that type of relationship, and I feel like back then I felt like if you're best friend to someone and then you get into a relationship with them, then that's gonna affect that, and things are gonna change, and then you guys are probably gonna break up, and that's the end of it. And I put a lot of effort into my friendships, so I didn't want that happening with Aiden because he was just like so special to me, and he was my guy best friend, and I just love talking to him, you know, like I didn't want things to end. So I was scared. I wasn't sure about the feeling because I kept denying them, I feel like, since we were so close I didn't want things to go wrong. But over time he kept telling me that we would make it work, to give us a chance, that we could do something, and I was scared. And I didn't feel like dating anyone back then. I just felt like doing me. I felt like growing. And I was really into being a Christian, and I was trying to build a relationship with God, and I didn't want that to affect my relationship with Aiden, and I didn't want that to affect more things, you know? And then I couldn't date because my parents were critical on that. They wouldn't let me date anyone. They were overprotective, this and that. So us dating brought a lot of problems into our lives, but we went through it. So one day I said yes to him because I wanted to prove that I did love him, and I was scared. And he promised me that this would not change our friendship because what we had, it was really special for me.
So we started dating on August 18th, 2012, or it was 8, 18, 2012.
And I love the number 8 because it means infinity. So it's like so special because infinity is like, it's never ending. So having 2 8s in our date was like special for me. So yeah, we started dating, and I was not allowed to date people because I was only like 15. And my parents were like overprotective, and they're like, we don't want any boys around you. We're not okay with that. And before Aiden, I dated someone that was older than me. I was a freshman, he was a junior. So they were like not okay with that either. They're like, no, like he's older, like you don't know what he's gonna do, like this and that. I'm like, okay, fine. My parents are really religious, or like my mom is still religious, but they were really religious, and they wanted me to stay holy, you know, they wanted me to not do anything bad, stay away from boys, focus on my relationship with God, this and that. Back then, I was a practicing Christian. I am no longer a Christian, like a practicing Christian, because I just needed a little, that's maybe another video, okay? Anyway, going back to me not being able to date people. So we weren't really allowed to date, but we did for about 3 months. And then my parents noticed that we were dating and they were not okay with that. So then they talked to his parents, and then we stopped seeing each other, kind of. I mean, we still went to the same church, but we couldn't talk to each other. It was so stupid. Like, okay, like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna like take me away or something? I just got interrupted once again. It's okay, whatever. So yeah, we went back to officially like dating and stuff. It was a drastic change for us, especially for me, because we were allowed to talk in public and we were allowed to date and stuff, but we were just like not used to talking in public anymore. That we didn't feel comfortable. Like I tried, but he tried too, and just a few months later, everything went back to normal. He was like, no big deal. And I think when we were about 7 months, he gave me a promise ring. I still have it. I'm not wearing it right now, but I still have it. And that was so special because it meant a lot, you know. It meant that he wanted to be with me, like Aiden wanted to be dating me. And it was just a promise. It was a promise to like always be with me, to like never leave me, to only love me, to stay faithful to me, you know. It was like a big deal to me. So that was really special. So yeah, then we hit our year, and then we hit our 2 years. And I believe when we hit our 2 years, we were hanging out a lot more. Like I would come to his house, or like we would go to movies. And when we hit our 3 years, we were like a normal couple, like going out to dinner, hanging out with our friends. Yeah, we try to hang out with our friends together, but our schedules are not like the best. We're both working 5 days a week now, and before that he was working a lot, and I was barely working, so I had more time to hang out with my friends. So yeah, like about, when we were like 2 years, we were close, but not too close. And our first year together, I wasn't like clingy. I was not clingy at all. I was just like, I have a boyfriend, okay, cool. Like, it wasn't really like a huge deal to me until later on when I started getting attached to him, when I started to get to know him a lot more. It became really special because like I knew him and I knew a lot about him. But when you start building a relationship with someone over the years, it's more meaningful. It's a lot more special too because there's something there. So yeah, every time we talk about it, we are like, I tell him like I never thought that we would be together after a year or 2 or 3 or 4 years. Now we have been together for 4 years and it feels like forever, but I tell him that I never thought that we would be together for this long, and I feel blessed to have him because he really did save me a lot of breakups and just hard things, you know. I'm just glad that I found someone that I can trust and I can go to, and I'm just glad that I found someone that's like not using me or playing games, because I hate playing games. Our relationship will never be perfect, I know that for sure. And we have been through a lot, like a lot of things have been going on. Like we did have breaks, we had like 2 breaks or something. One time it was the day after Thanksgiving Day, I believe, or like the day after Black Friday, I don't remember. I think it was Black Friday. We were on the phone for a while talking to each other, like I wanted to break up with him, and I just felt like overwhelmed with like emotions and everything. There's a lot of things you guys don't know about our relationship, but we have been to the point of like breaking up, going to just ending everything. So a big shout out to Hazel for always being there for me through my fake breakups, you know, because like I'm never gonna break up with Aiden. Like, I just can't. You know, I am a perfectionist, so I give a lot and I expect a lot back. So I know that I am someone, so when someone's with me, it's kind of challenging for them to live up to my expectations because I ask for a lot of things. And I'm not changing Aiden, but I'm trying to help him out. And I'm trying to show him that I'm here for him and I'm gonna help him through all of this. Because I know that he wants things from me and I want things from him. And if we're growing up together, then we're gonna meet each other halfway, you know? So we have been through so much together in these 4 years. Like 4 years have been a roller coaster. It's never gonna be perfect. But back to the being blessed part. I am so blessed to have him. I never thought that I would be dating someone for 4 years and that I would be happy and that I would feel so close to that person, you know? And when you're with someone for this long, you like build a relationship that you don't have with anyone else. So it's like so special to have that. And whenever we talk and we get in our feelings, it's like so special because we both feel the same way about each other, and we never want this to end because we found the one, we found each other. This was not supposed to be emotional at all. See, I just get emotional all the time. But yeah, we want a future with each other. And we always say that nothing's gonna get in between us because together we are a team, and whatever we go through, we're always gonna be there for each other. And I know that for a fact because we have been through so much, so much. And we have grown up. We have built something so special that we don't want to give up. Yeah, people are gonna try to get in our way. We're gonna try to like break us apart, but it's never gonna happen because what we have is so special. I wouldn't give it up. I would not give it up. So yeah, I am blessed to have Aiden in my life. I am happy. Thanks for listening through my story. We have a lot of things to talk about our relationship. Like this was like a summary, an overview. So thanks for watching this. I hope that you guys liked it. You better like it, you know, like I'm crying in this video and I don't like to put myself out there like that. But he's just so special to me. Like, I know he's gonna watch this video and I want him to feel special. So Aiden, I love you to infinity and beyond. Bye guys.